Hey guys, welcome back. How you guys doing? Thank you so much for clicking on my video once again. I appreciate every one of you that keep coming back to watch my videos. Okay, thank you guys so much. So this is a continuation from my childhood story. What I forgot to mention the last time was each time my mom came to visit me in Lagos, there was no time to really explain in details what I was going through. I'm not sure my mom actually knew the gravity of what I was going through. So on this fateful day, as usual, my mom came to Lagos to visit and my stepsister was not around. That was my chance. That was my only chance. Okay, so I told my mom we just have to run before she gets back. So I got my things, we packed, and I actually ran. I'm actually happy I'm able to talk about this and smile because back then it wasn't funny at all. Okay, so we got back to Benin City. This time I was a teenager. So before this fateful day that my mom came to Lagos to pick me, I had already finished elementary school. I'd finished primary 6. Okay, I was just looking for admission into secondary school. Actually, I was still at home. We were still thinking of what secondary school to go to. I got back from Lagos. I could not talk to anybody about what my eyes saw about what my eyes saw in Lagos. So I remember people would ask me, how was it in Lagos? And you know, I would say things, but I don't know why is it on the victims to feel the shame and the pain? I could not speak to anybody about what I went through in Lagos. I could not speak to anybody about what really happened, how I was maltreated. There is a level of trauma that you go through that you are not able to express yourself. It's not like you don't want to talk to people. Subconsciously, you've built these walls that you are not able to break. It takes time, okay? If you have anybody that went through a kind of abuse, okay, that has trauma, whether be it childhood or any kind of trauma, they need help ASAP. If it's possible, take them for therapy. Be patient with them because these are emotions that are not easy to deal with, okay? When you come out of this abusive situation, the first stage is denial. You are in denial. You don't want to, admit or agree that you were abused, okay? Because I don't know how that happens, but it happens. You are in the stage of denial. You don't want to agree that somebody have abused you. You don't want to talk to people about it. You don't want anybody to come into these secrets. It becomes like a secret that you don't want to let out. Like I said, I'm going to finish sharing my story so I can start sharing with you guys how I've managed to cope and heal, okay? So for years, I could not confide in anyone. I could not let my guard down. I was just keeping everything inside. And for years, I was very, very scared. For years, I was still scared of my stepsister, even though she was kilometers away. For years, I was keeping everything inside. I was very angry. I was always reacting somehow. For years, I acted out of character. Let me say I acted out of character because thinking about it now, that wasn't me. That was my trauma reacting. Like I said, I spent 5 years thereabout in Lagos. I started from primary 2 and I before I left, I'd already finished primary 6, done the exam, waiting to enter secondary school. So all of these years that I was there, a lot of walls built up in me subconsciously, okay? That wasn't my doing. That is nature. That is normal for things like that to happen. Whatever you choose to do as an adult is on you, because for every action there is always a reaction, okay? When I got back from Lagos, I was already a teenager, and my mom had the opportunity of bonding, of restoring this relationship of ours that never existed, okay? Because if you don't build it, it will not exist. That is human, okay? That is human. If you don't build it, maybe by the time you want to start building it, it might be too late, okay? My mom had the second chance of building this relationship, but no. I went to another family member that I don't know how we are related, but she's a family member. Then I was a teenager. I needed to start secondary school. So from their house, from this other family member's house. I was going to secondary school, okay, and I stayed with her for years. I can't say precisely. Yeah, I needed to go help her. I was this girl, this well-trained girl that just got back from Lagos, and I went to this woman. I didn't have any issues because, like I said, my childhood was a very serious childhood, very focused. I don't misbehave like that, okay? It's not my thing to misbehave. Okay, so in every situation, there is always something positive I like to look for. So when I was thinking about sharing this part of my life, I was looking at how I was affected positively, and this is how. I braid my hair. People love my braids, and people love how I'm able to braid my hair myself. People are marveled. They are surprised. How do you do that? So this part of my life was when that was born, okay? That was when how to braid hair was born, practically. So this elderly lady would ask me to make her hair. I don't know how to make hair. I was a teenager and I've never made hair before. So with her hair, I was always learning how to braid. That was how I was able to learn how to braid hair. I learned it from this elderly lady, okay? So I was going to school from there. I don't know why I don't have a lot of memories about this particular place, but one thing that stood out for me was all the while I was in Lagos, my elder sister, not my stepsister, my elder sister was out of the country, right? So then she got back from overseas when I was with this other elderly lady, and she got back, she got, you know, angry that my mom allowed me go again for the second time. So she asked me to come back, okay, when I heard that she was back, and she sent for me. So I went, very, very happy. Oh my God, she brought so many stuff from overseas, clothes, shoes, but a lot of stuff. So because my sister was back, I didn't want to go back, okay? All the lessons I've learned are all valid, okay? If I can turn back the hands of time, I want to relearn them because they made me a better person, okay? They made me stronger. At some point, I know I was very, very angry. I feel those experiences that I've experienced in my life have added a lot of value to my life. They've built me to become this person that I am, and I'm so proud of today because all of those things I experienced from people that irritated me so much, I cannot never ever practice them. This lady actually tricked me. She was never wicked to me. She treated me like human. Of course, I did my chores. I did everything I was supposed to do. I was very, very respectful. I was a good kid, okay? So she tricked me to come back. She said I stole from her, that I should bring back my bag because I stole from her and she need to search my bag. I said, okay. So I actually carried my bag, me, innocent me, went back to this lady and she seized my bag. The plan was make me come back to continue staying with her. It was like she enjoyed me staying with her, but you want me to stay with you, but you know, allow me go. It was still like Lagos. She doesn't like me there, but she will not let me go. As in having this energy of people wanting to trap me down and not let me go. You don't want me to go, yet you will not treat me well. That is an energy I feel that is following me up. Anyways. So this lady didn't want me to go. She wanted me to stay back and continue with what I was doing with her, obviously. But I needed to go. I was not feeling very comfortable there. I have to be sincere. She never treated me bad in any way, shape or form because I was always carrying out my duties. I had no issues with her actually, but she actually seized my bag. So everything my sister brought from the overseas, she seized it, and I left all the same without nothing, okay? So she had the bag with her. I guess she later returned it, but all the stuff were bad. I don't know if she poured water on the bag or what happened. When she gave me back the bag, all my things were ruined. Okay, I could not use any of the stuff inside the bag. Okay, this was later, maybe months later, before she returned the bag. Okay, so yeah, I went back to my mom, stayed there for a while. My mom was a very hardworking woman, considering the fact that she lost her husband and she had to take care of this many kids. My mom was a working class. She was hardly ever at home. She always does this shift. She worked at the hospital because she's retired now. I got back from this elderly woman's house. I still did not spend so much time with my mom. There was no time to connect, because when I got back, I remember going to live with my elder brother again. I remember that I went to my elder brother to live. I understand my mom was alone. Okay, she had no husband. She had to sort everybody out all by herself. She worked really very hard, you know, to give us the best she could offer. Okay, I understand that. My mom was a very strong believer of education. She loved education so much. She wanted us to be educated, to go to school, you know, to have knowledge. And she did her best. She tried her best. Why am I narrating all of this? Like I said, I'm narrating this to pick out the lessons. Okay, it's all for the lessons. What all of this did to me subconsciously is that I don't have an emotional relationship connection with my mom. We were not able to bond at any point in time in my life. Okay, when I was in Benin, I went to Ohis Secondary School. If you went to Ohis, hey, Ohis group of schools, I guess. Yeah, I went to that. Then I went to Alpha Secondary School somewhere in I can't remember that part again, but anyways, I came back to live with my mom. And then I went to college of education. If you went to College of Education, Benin City, hello to you. Okay, so then as in when I went to college, I was living in hostel. Obviously, living in hostel is leaving the house as well. So the amount of years I spent with my mom was not enough to create that bond, that mother and daughter bond. It was not enough because I spent little or no time. When I was in college, I would come home to collect food stuff. I would come home to collect school fees, but I was mostly in school. Okay, it was a 3 years course, yeah. So I was mostly in school. I came home for the holidays, and you know, you can't bond with a teenager because teenagers have their character, their head not correct like that. When a child is a child is when you bond with a child. So I lost that experience. So that is not a part of my life. I didn't have the time to actually bond with my mom because I was always away. And anyways, so that is my story. This childhood of mine cost me so much, so much. You can't even imagine. Okay, I know a lot of people went through something similar or even worse, or you know, but this cost me so much. Okay, as a teenager or as a young adult, I didn't know how to comport myself actually, because because if you were trained the way I was trained, it was all fear. I was really actually scared of people. I was scared of people actually. Really, I didn't know how to comport myself. I didn't know what to say that would provoke people. So I was just, so most of the times I was alone because I don't want to offend you. I'll just stay on my own. Okay, I was very reserved. If you don't come to me as in you want to make friends with me, okay, I will accept you, but that I should come and initiate something, that was not me. So I was always in my world. I felt really very comfortable. Even up to today, I love to be alone. People think, oh, she must be sad, she must be lonely. No, I don't know how to be lonely. Even when I'm alone, I'm not lonely, okay? At some point, I felt that because this is work in progress, because this is something I was used to, I don't feel lonely when I'm alone, because I'm used to being in my world, okay, right from childhood. I'm used to finding comfort within myself. I'm used to sharing myself up. I'm used to sharing myself up. I'm used to being my biggest fan. I'm used to just, being creative around myself and being happy with me, okay? I grew up to depend on myself, even if I had people catering for me, but I grew up to, stand solo, if that makes sense. I grew up to know that I need to keep everything inside. That is not very healthy, okay? If you've gone through my experience, please don't keep everything inside. If you have the chance of opening up, look for a family member, somebody that you trust, that you know loves you very much, that can connect. I have the best siblings, guys. I'm not even going to lie. But I still could not open up. Okay, it was that bad. I could not open up to anybody. Years later, I came to Italy. When I got to Italy, I was still scared of my stepsister. I still had that fear in me. Talking about her triggered something in me. Maybe we are just chatting, just talking on the phone or something. That triggered me all of the time. It was like digging old wounds. After the stage of denial, there's this stage that you start asking questions. You start asking, okay, at this point, what did they happen? What did they sup? Why is this happening? Why is that happening? Why did I have to react like that? So I started doing my research, started studying me, okay? Started studying my person. Nowadays, with the help of the internet, there is no information you are looking for that you can't find. I started studying my person. I started studying my emotions. I started asking why I can't trust or confide in anyone. Questions like, why don't I feel comfortable in the midst of people, humans? At this point, I'm feeling like I'm not human. Why don't I feel comfortable in the midst of people? Why do I feel so happy being alone? Why do I get triggered when I'm around this person? Why do I get triggered when somebody says something like this? So I had all of these questions I didn't have answers to. Then I started doing my research. Guys, believe it or not, the people that reminds you of your childhood trauma triggers you in one way or the other, even without them knowing. Bringing up a topic that relates to your childhood triggers you. So those are things I've been dealing with, okay? Just talking about anything that has to do with my childhood triggers me up till date, even though I'm working on it. I've been doing my research. I've been studying my moves. Why can't I say no when I actually mean no? It took me years before I found the path of healing, okay? It wasn't something very easy. It took me years before I could even find the path, before I could even recognize that this is what has happened to me. Because you don't realize it. It's not something that you recognize immediately, okay? It took me years to recognize, to acknowledge it, okay? I'm somebody that loves to, ask questions, okay? Naturally, I'm very inquisitive. I love to learn new things. This was not hard for me at all. I'm somebody that I will read anything just to get my information, okay? I feed and thrive on information. I love knowledge. I love to know things, okay? I love to know things that I can't explain, that I can't comprehend. I have to have a definition, or I have to have an understanding, or whatever it is. So I did all of my research. It was a lot of confusion. It's a long journey. I've been on this journey for a very long time, and I'm so happy at where I'm at. I discovered what actually triggers me. Okay, I was able to pinpoint all of my triggers, and every of my comportment and reaction, everything, I was able to figure a lot of that out. I'm going to be sharing that on my next video. So that was how I started my healing journey. Okay, so I'm just going to end this here. Like I said, I'm sharing my story because I want people to learn from my experience. I want people to, you know, pick lessons from my story. Okay, I want people to do parenting differently. I want people to understand that parenting is not very easy. Okay, it's okay if you don't have enough space to have kids, as in it's okay if you don't have kids at all. Okay, if you decide to bring kids into the world, you have to do everything possible, okay, to be there for them. Okay, that's what I'm saying. And so yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in my next one. Okay, don't forget to like if you haven't liked, and if you are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe, hit on the notification bell so you get notified when I upload a new video. Thank you guys, see you.